On Tuesday, April 23rd, 2019, Mojang released Minecraft's 14th major update since the official release of the game at Minecon 2011. In 1.14, the Village and Pillage update came, and with it, a slew of features were brought along. From new mobs to blocks, items, world generation structures, and so much more, 1.14 really touched just about everything in the game. In a quote by Mojang's very own Corey Kojo Max of Tropicraft fame, he stated, "For a long time, villages have always been a very serene, peaceful place, except at night when zombies would come, and then it was anything but that. There's never been a group of adversaries that maybe had it out, or perhaps even felt jealousy for the villager lifestyle. With villages and villagers getting a fresh coat of paint, we felt that it was time for them to also get a new challenge, to balance out their luxurious lifestyles they'll be living." If I had to put the 1.14 update into any terms, in terms of the villager upgrades anyways, I don't think I could do any better than that, but I'll do my best. In this video, we're going to discuss Minecraft 1.14, its changes, and everything that goes along with it. If you've been out of the loop, we'll put you back in the loop. So, without any further ado, let's get right into it. So starting off, even though the update is called the Village and Pillage update, I think we're going to be straying away from the villages for just a minute and heading into the trees. Welcome to the jungle. And no, we're not talking about the Guns N' Roses song. Slashing through some vines and leaves, you'll eventually find a bamboo forest. If you thought this bamboo was just a visual block and had no use though, you would be surely mistaken. On top of being able to feed it to the brand new pandas, which come in many different types and personalities, and even a secret brown variant, bamboo can also be used for scaffolding, which is a brand new climbable block, similar to ladders, but also similar to water. You're able to control your height as you climb up and down them, but you're also able to go right through the block as well. It's easy to build with and easy to tear down. The best way to understand it is to use it. Give it a shot. Unfortunately, another change we'll find in the jungle is ocelots. No longer are ocelots associated with cats in the slightest, meaning you don't get cats by taming ocelots anymore. If you try to tame an ocelot, you'll be met with disappointment. After you're done in the jungle, however, we're going to head over to Taiga biomes. In September of 2018, Mojang announced the Biome Chooser, which was a competition within the community to see which biome was going to get updated in Minecraft 1.14. Out of the desert, taiga, and savanna options, the Taiga biome won, and thus, for mobs anyways, we received foxes, which come in two different variations, red foxes and snowy foxes. Foxes are largely nocturnal and will hunt rabbits, chicken, and fish. Sadly, while foxes are definitely hunters, they're also the hunted by wolves and polar bears. Don't worry though, because they often and pretty much always run away really quickly and completely outrun the competition. Foxes love to steal items from the ground as well, so keep your valuables in your hands. Something they love more than diamonds, however, are sweet berries and the sweet berry bush blocks. Local to the taiga biome, you can eat them up and you can also share them with foxes. Using them, you can actually breed foxes as well, but you cannot tame the fox. They also won't fill you up all that much, but they are certainly very easy to get. If you're up all night farming them though, why not relax by the campfire and cook up some food? You won't regret it. If you want the smoke to go even higher from the campfire, then put a hay bale block under it. That way, you won't get lost if you go looking for more berries. So now that we've gotten through mobs, let's talk about blocks. Multiple new blocks were added into Minecraft in the Village and Pillage update, and a large amount of them can be found in the new villages themselves. Barrels are essentially chests. The blast furnace and smoker are furnaces, although are much quicker than their regular furnace counterpart, with the blast furnace specifically being for ores and things of that nature, while the smoker is for food. Their cartography table is used for cloning, extending, and locking maps. The composter composter can create bone meal by placing veggies and certain foods inside of the composter, the grindstone has the ability to remove all non-curse enchantments and even give you some experience as a reimbursement. All inventory and crafting table repairing has moved to the grindstone, as well as your ability to combine tools. That all happens in the grindstone now. So next up, the long-awaited lectern was also added, being able to hold books and emit a redstone pulse when the page is changed. If you want to know a book's read progress through redstone, you can also use a comparator and get the information that way. A loom was brought into Minecraft as well, making it way easier to create banners. Now, instead of needing sometimes 8 die to create a pattern will always take 1 die. Special patterns like Oxeye Daisy, Creeper Skull, Wither Skeleton Skull, and Enchanted Golden Apple can now be crafted and won't consume the pattern item when used within the loom, meaning you only need to waste 1 of those items provided you don't lose the pattern itself. So next up, a stone cutter was added into Minecraft, and this one makes making specific blocks way easier. Want a specific chiseled stone block? Use a stone cutter. It takes like 2 seconds, and there's no need to memorize a ton of different redundant crafting recipes anymore. This, alongside the loom, were clearly sent from the heavens. All we need now is one of these crafting blocks for making fireworks, or a sawmill for wooden block patterns as well. On top of the stone cutter, 2 more utility blocks were added as well, the fletching table and the smithing table, although these 2 actually don't have any functionality as it currently sits, hinting at the idea that we'll get their functionality in a future update. So next up, a bell, which does have a function that we'll get into in a little while. Then there's lanterns, new note block sounds, tons of decorative blocks, and so much more were also added as well. Tons of flowers were added into the game, officially being the way that you create most dyes now. For the first time ever in Minecraft Java Edition as well, players can now dye leather horse armor. If you don't want to waste it on horse armor or a banner though, you can use those flowers to create suspicious stews, being created with a red and brown mushroom and a bowl. Just like before, when you add in any random flower, you'll find that each flower has a specific potion effect attached to it that will give you a short burst of whatever the effect may be. Test them out for yourself and see what uses that you can find. There's definitely a ton of them, and best yet, if you give one of these potions to a friend that you craft knowing the effect, they actually will not be able to tell what effect they're gonna get when they eat it. At last, moving on to the village portion of the Village and Pillage update, finally, we meet the new villagers. On top of them looking completely different, so do their homes. Finally, the villages have some variation. From the plains to the savanna to the taiga and more, villages are completely redesigned with their biomes in mind, and so are the villagers' clothing. Tons of new homes have been added, and if we went over every single design in every single biome, I guarantee that would take way too much time for the scope of one video. So maybe that's a video for another day. But definitely be sure to check out the zombie villages if you get the chance. So, within the new villages, cats alongside the iron golem will now spawn regularly. In use, villagers are pretty much the same, although you can now identify them more easily by their outfit and the badge that they have. If you trade a villager, you'll gain their respect and a badge with them. Their badge will update as you trade with them more and more often. As the badge updates, more items will be added into their inventory and discounts will be applied. Remember all those blocks with all that new functionality that we just talked about? Well, villagers will actually use those blocks as their workstations. If a villager can't get to their respective block for their assigned profession, they won't be able to restock their inventory, and they may even switch professions because of it. They have daily schedules, which also include sleeping as well. Village detection is now based on beds, job sites, and meeting points instead of doors. To top it all off, a wandering trader has also been added to Minecraft. He's very hard to find, so see if you can find him and his llamas, and he might just make you a deal. And now, the pillaging part of the Village and Pillage update. If you thought evokers were cool from Minecraft 1.11, then check this out. A new type of illager has been officially added into Minecraft. The Pillager and its companion, the Ravager. Being able to roam around and stir up trouble with coordinated attacks, the Pillagers can cause some serious problems with their crossbows. Getting one yourself, you'll find that you can enchant it with multi-shot, quick charge, and piercing. Toying around with it a little bit more, you can even shoot fireworks with a crossbow. If you find a pillager patrol, you'll have two choices: attack or stay away. If you attack it and you kill the captain, you'll get the bad omen effect. Alternatively, if you can't find a patrol, then look for an outpost, their base of operations if you will. If you have the bad omen effect, you again have one of two choices. 1. Drink milk and lose the effect, or 2. Waltz into a village. Walking into a village will ready up a raid. To put it simply, a raid is a wave-based boss battle that differs based on your difficulty. Depending on how many captains you kill prior to activation will also change the difficulty of the fight itself. To put it simply though, this can either be endgame, mid-game, or beginning. Depending on how well you think you can stack up against an army, you may just have some luck. If you win, you'll get the Hero of the Village effect. This is an effect that lasts for approximately 2 in-game days and causes the cost of trades with the villagers to be reduced by a percentage and scales with the level of the effect that you got. They'll also thank you by throwing items your way. Do you think you have what it takes to take on the raid? If so, log into 1.14 and give it a shot for yourself. And finally, Mojang added an accessibility feature, which now houses the narrator, subtitles, text background opacity, auto jump, and more. They also added 2 new buttons that will send you to their feedback website and the website to report bugs. I end this video on these notes, so you can always remember, if you find anything, report it to Mojang, because that's the only way that your voice is gonna be heard. These are the long-awaited updates to Minecraft Java Edition. So thanks, Mojang. Well, this video didn't cover every little thing. If we find that there are more details that are worth their own video, we'll certainly look into doing that. For now, get out there and explore. But what do you think? Are you happy with 1.14 so far? Have you played it all that much yet? Or is this somehow the first that you've heard about it? Also, village or pillage? Let me know in the comment section down below. But other than that, that just about does it for me for now. If you guys enjoyed this video, please consider leaving a like on it, because it would really help out myself and Michaelmcchill, who co-wrote and edited this video, the channel and the video quite a lot. But anyways guys, I hope you all enjoyed. My name is AntVenom, and I bid you all farewell. Thanks so much for watching.